Hi children and viewers. In previous video I explained derivation of F is equals to ma and how we can derive Newton's first law from Newton's second law. Clear? Up to now you didn't watch that video, then go and watch. After that only you can watch this video. Children, okay? And today I am going to explain one of the best example to explain the Newton's laws of motion, that is Atwood machine. So children, up to now you didn't subscribe my channel, then subscribe and press the bell icon for latest notifications. So please keep in contact with my videos, and for that just subscribe my channel, then enjoy the physics. Okay children, let's go for topic. Here now today's topic is what? Atwood machine. Atwood machine. So here, before going to the topic, you must have idea about net force. What is net force and what is mean by free body diagram? Free body diagram. So here, what is mean by free body diagram and what is mean by net force? So you must know about that one. What is net force? The algebraic sum of the forces. The algebraic sum of forces on the body is called net force. Already we know that the net force is in which direction, then only the object will move. I hope the same topic will be in previous classes, 7th and 8th also, I think so, sir. Here now, what is net force and what is free body diagram? Let us see. Here now, this is the one horizontal surface, and now this is now one object that should be kept rest on a table. Clear? In this case, here some forces are there. The upward force is normal force and downward force is weight. When the normal force also called as normal reaction too. Clear? Normal force and weight. Here this is a table that should be at certain height from the ground, and this is the ground. Now here table surface, on that table surface you have to keep one book. On that book there are two forces. One is normal force, next one is weight. Here how many forces acting? Two forces. Even though two forces acting on the body is not going in upward direction, not going in downward direction. Not going in downward direction. Clear children? The upward force is normal force, downward force is weight, and here when both are equal, then obviously there is no movement, that should be in rest position. Here you have to know that what is normal force. You must know about that. What is normal force? Here normal force means, this is the now same example I am taking here. This is the surface. I will show here. Okay, this is the object now, and this is the surface. I am keeping like this. Here the bottom surface must be in contact with my palm, like this. That should be what it means when one body is placed on the surface of another body, then here the particles gets compressed. Clear? We are keeping now, this is the one surface and this is the another surface. I am keeping like this. When we are keeping like this, these two surfaces should be gets compressed. Some pressure is created. Then due to that some force will be developed that should be in upward direction, that is called normal force or normal reaction. No need to confuse. Normal force means what? When the object is placed on any surface, there is some pressure is created between the bottom surface of the object and top surface of another object. These two are compressed together. Due to that some pressure is developed. Due to that some upward force is acting. That should be what we call normal force. Clear, children? So normal force, that is. And what is weight? We know that when any object is thrown into the air, that should be attracted. That should be attracted by the earth. So with certain force on this earth surface, every body is attracted by the earth with certain force. That should be called generally weight. Any body is attracted by the earth with certain force. That should be called weight. So in this case, children, here two forces are there. One is normal force and one is weight. Even though two forces acting on the body, there is no movement for the body. Why? Because the upward force must be equal to the downward force. Here I am showing that here net force is equals to, I am writing now here F plus W. F plus W. Here F plus W. In this case, if N is in upward direction, N means what I am doing here? Normal force. Okay. And N is in upward direction and W is in downward direction. If we can take that, if any one of these is positive, then obviously what, right? Plus of minus W. N is positive and W is negative, because both are in opposite directions. That's why here what, right? N net force is equals to here N minus W. N minus W. So here what you say, net force is 0, because both are equal. Then what, right? 0 is equals to N minus W and N is equals to W. Clear, children? So after that, when the object is at rest, Clear, children? Now I am going to same example. Here now. This is the horizontal surface and this is now here object. How many forces there? Here now N and this is W. Clear? After that, we are applying some force. That should be here applied force capital F. Applied force is capital F. When we applied some force, that should be in motion. That's why here it is moves in this direction with the acceleration some A. When it is moving in this direction, there is some force. There is some force acting on the body due to the earth surface. That should be in opposite direction. That is frictional force. Clear? Here now on this diagram, on this object, there are four forces. Normal force is in upward direction and W is weight is in downward direction. And what is capital F? Applied force. What is that? Applied force. When the body is in motion, there is some opposition force acting on the body. That should be what we call frictional force. Frictional force. So to represent this entire thing, simply I am drawing like this. For same example, here I am drawing here. This object of mass should be taken as a point. Clear? This entire mass is what? I am taking single point. That means single point represents the body. On that body, how many forces there? Upward direction is normal force, and downward is weight, and this is what? Applied force, and this is what? Frictional force. Frictional force. Here F is what? Normal force or normal reaction. Clear? And what is capital F? Applied force. What we applied. And what is small f? Frictional force. Frictional force. And after that, final what you have? W. So simply now it is called a free body diagram. Free body diagram. Now it is called free body diagram. Here free body diagram means what? Simply nothing. The object, even though 100 case object also simply taken as a point. The diagram in which the body should be taken as a point, and the number of forces can be shown with some vectors. With arrow marks we are showing, that means that is the vector. So the diagram in which that can represent the mass of the body as a point, on that point how many forces are acting, that should be shown in the figure. That figure is what we call free body diagram. The diagram is what we call free body diagram. Clear? The free body diagram represents the body and how many forces acting on that particular body. That is what we call free body diagram. Clear, children? So here now in this example I was applied some 30 newtons. What is that? 30 newtons. And normal force and weight always equal. And what I am telling, when I applied some 30 newtons, then the object will be moved in this direction. Clear? In this direction. So now the frictional force I am taking, that is 5 newtons. What's that? 5 newtons. Then net force we can write. Net force is nothing but here these two are cancelled, nothing but in upward vertical direction there is no force, because in vertical direction n minus w is 0. Normal force is always balanced by weight. That's why in vertical direction there is no net force. That's why we will consider only horizontal. We are simply pushing the block. Pushing the block means the block will in motion. The block will be in motion. When the block will be in motion, we will consider in horizontal. If the body is moving in vertical direction, we will consider the forces which are in the vertical direction. Very important, children, for IIT competition, IIT exams, for IIT level, this is very important net force topic. Okay, so here in this case what I am telling, this is 30 newtons and this is 5 newtons. Then in vertical direction the resultant force is 0 in vertical direction. Clear? Now in horizontal direction net force is what? What to write? F minus F. Capital F is what? 30 newtons. And small f is what? 5 newtons. Then remaining result is what? 25 newtons. 25 newtons. When we take that is 25 newtons, tell me now in which direction the net force is there? Yes, obviously the applied force is more. That's why net force also in the direction of applied force. So children, this is the small brief explanation about the net force and free body diagram. What do you say? Free body diagram. Clear? After that, the net force should be explained in another case. Look here, that is the important for here Atwood machine. For that purpose only I am explaining all this. Here the net force can be applied in another case here. That is, Here now the rope is suspended. Rope or string. Rope or string is suspended. Rope or string can be suspended. When that should be suspended and that should be having some mass. Having some mass. Having some mass. When that should be suspended, then there are two forces acting. I already don't confuse children. When the object is on surface, how many forces there? N and W. N and W. When an object is tied to the rope and the rope should be suspended, then that case we have here also two forces. Clear? What is that? T. Tension. What is that? Tension. Here at this point rope and object both are in contact. Both are in contact. There is some tangential force acting in the particles of the rope in upward direction, that should be called tension. It is quite similar to the normal force. Here what I told you, normal force means nothing but when two surfaces are in contact, there is some upward force is acting due to the pressure between the particles which are in contact. That should be what we call normal force. Here there is no rope, simply the object is on surface. In this case the same object is suspended by using some rope. There what you have to call here? T. What do you call? Tension. The tangential force acting between the rope and object where they are in contact, that is what we call tension. What we call? Tension force. Clear children? Now you have to remind very important points here. When the rope is suspended and the object is in air only, it does not move upward and does not move downward. Then here you have to say T is equals to what? mg. When the object is suspended, that should be not going downwards and not going in upward direction. That means what? The force in upward direction equals to the force in downward direction. Clear? That's the first point. What is the first? Rest position. If the object at rest position, what we say? T is equals to mg. Clear? After that, just imagine the rope is coming down. That means the body is moving down. The body is moving down. Then don't forget children, for upward motion, this is a very important topic here. For downward motion, when downward motion means what? I told you what's that? When it is at rest, these two are equal. Clear? When the body is in upward direction, some force is tension is there and downward weight is there. Even though upward force is acting, the body is coming down. That means what? Weight is more than tension. Weight is more than tension. For downward motion, weight is more than the tension. Then net force we can write W minus T. W minus T. In previous example, what I told you? Even though we applied some force capital F and this is small f, net force what did I write? 30 minus 5 I wrote there. That means what? The body is moving in applied force direction. That's why net force also in the same direction. Even though small f is there, the body is moving in the direction of capital F direction. In the same manner, here downward force, now the body is moving in downward, then weight is greater than tension. The net force is what? W minus T. In this case, generally weight can be written as mg. Clear? This is the second case. And third case now, if the object is going up, that means upward motion of the body. Very simple, got the point. When it is going down, W is greater. When it is going up, tension is greater. That's why here T is greater than W. Then what to write? Net force is T minus W. Children, if you know about these three things, you can easily derive the Atwood machine acceleration. Clear? So that's why I wanted to say, when the object, clear, when the object is connected to a rope and that should be suspended. Clear? When the object is at rest, T and mg both are equal. When the object is going down, weight is more than the tension, and upward motion, tension is greater than weight. So you have to remind these 3 points for this derivation. So now we are entering into the Atwood machine. Atwood machine. Here Atwood machine is nothing but it should be like this. Here this is the one pulley, so frictionless pulley. From that frictionless pulley we are having system like this. Two objects are connected to the rope. Two objects are connected to the rope, and the rope is passes over a frictionless pulley. Clear? Now here this is M1 and this M2. Clear? Simply just imagine now, when both are equal mass, when both are having equal masses, we may find that here these two are equal, even though it is suspended. You observe two diagrams. In this diagram, pulley means what we say, generally for wells, to bring the water from the depth of the well, we can use some pulley. So this is now pulley, and we are taking some rope and two masses are attached. When two masses are attached, when both are at same height, that means what? Both are having equal mass. Okay, in this diagram, what you observe? M1 is going downward and M2 is going upward. That means what I have to say? In this case, M1 is greater than M2. What is that? M1 is greater than M2. When the mass is more, M1 is coming down with a certain acceleration. With what acceleration that should be coming down? With the same acceleration, the first one is going up. Clear, children? Simple. This is M1 and this is M2. What I am telling? M1 is greater than M2. You can take anything. First you can take this M1 also there, and it is M2. If it is M1 and if it is M2, then what right? M2 is greater than M1. Now here I am taking this is M1 and this is M2. That's why I have to write M1 is greater than M2. When M1 is greater than M2, the second body is moving up. Second body is moving up with an acceleration A. With the same acceleration, the body is coming down. Clear? With A acceleration, M1 is going down. With the same acceleration, the object is going up. That means what? When two objects are connected to a rope and that should be passes over a pulley, then both objects are moving with the uniform acceleration. That should be what? A. So in this case now, we want to derive expression for acceleration of that system and tension of the rope. Here we are using the only one rope. That's why tension acting on this one is same and this one also same. Okay, let us see now. Children, derivation is so important. Be careful. Now I am taking the first thing here for first body. For first body, I am taking the free body diagram. Free body diagram. Clear children? That is what? This one. First body mass is what? M1. Clear? And here what I have to say? I already told you what's that? When the object is suspended, how many forces are acting there? Tension and weight. So here tension, and here also tension is there. Clear? That's why here how many forces acting there? Tension is in upward and weight is in downward. Weight is in downward. And tell me here, the body is moving in this direction? Downward direction with acceleration A. Clear? Then in this case, net force can be written as what do you write? W minus T. I already told you previous example. When the object is going down, weight is more than the tension. So here net force is what? W minus T. So here W is what? Weight. So it can be written as M1 G minus T. General equation is what? W is equals to mg. By using that I am writing the body mass is m1. That's why I am writing here W is m1g minus T. Clear? This is what? Net force. I am taking that equation number 1. But according to Newton's second law, what right? But from second law, F is equals to what right? ma. This is equation number 2. I explained F is equals to ma derivation in previous video. Then go for it one, watch once. Very important video, that is F is equals to ma. There what is F? Net force. And what is equation number 1? That is also net force. That's why here we can write both are equal. That's why I am writing here for the first body M1A. So we have to write M1A is equals to M1G minus T. That is now equation number 3, children. Got this point? The object is going downwards M1. That's why weight is more than tension. Weight should be what right? Mg. Then what right? M1A minus M1G minus T. Why we are writing M1A? According to Newton's second law of motion. So that is about the first one. And now here I am going for second body now. Free body diagram of second body. Clear, children? So in this case I am showing now this is M2. This is what? M2. Again on that how many force acting? Tension is upward and weight is downward. Clear? And what is its acceleration now? It is going up. It is going up. That means what? T is greater than W. What is that? T is greater than W. Here W is greater than T. So in this case here W is greater than T. So according to that what do you write? Net force. Net force what do you write? Going up. That's why T minus W. T minus W. Then what do you write? W means what? Mg. Here instead of M what do you write? M2. That's why here net force is equals to T minus M2 into G. Net force is equals to T minus W and net force is equals to T minus M2 G. But what do you have? F is equals to MA, net force. That's why I am writing here for second body what right? M2A. Since here F is equals to MA is the net force. Then what do you get? We write as M2A is equals to M2A is equals to what right? M2A is equals to T minus M2G. Now this is equation number 4. Children, From free body diagram only we are taking the equation number 3 and equation number 4. So after that, now we have to add 3 and 4. We have to add 3 and 4. Let us see. Here was this equation? M1A is equals to M1G minus T. Clear? And second one is what? M2A is equals to, I am writing this one first, M2G plus T and M2G like this. So I am writing like that. So after that, what do you get? M1A plus M2A is equals to M1G minus M2G, and T cancel. What do you get? TT cancel. Then what do you get? M1A plus M2A is equals to M1G minus M2G. Clear, children? So in these two, which is common? A is common. Then what to write? M1 plus M2 into A is equals to, here which is common? G common. Then M1 minus M2 into G. From that, we can write A is equals to what? Here into is there. Product. If you go that side, division. That's why here I write A is equals to M1 minus M2 by M1 plus M2 into G. So now this is the expression for acceleration. What is that? Expression for acceleration. Simply we are adding these two equations, then t terms will be cancelled. Then what do you get? This is. So A is equals to M1 minus M2 into G. After that, we want to find out the expression for now tension. So here, children, I hope you understand. I am ready here for tension. Tension is equals to, how we can write? What is equation number 1? What it is? M1A is equals to M1G minus T. I am substituting A value in this equation from equation number 3. From equation 3, I am writing now what it is? M1A minus M1G is equals to T. From that I am writing M1A is equals to M1 is equals to M1G minus T. Sorry. M1A is equals to M1G minus T. From that we can write T is equals to what? I am bringing to this side. Then what do you get? T is equals to, and take this term that side. Then what do you get? T is equals to M1G minus M1A. Clear, children? M1A plus it is there, that's why it is minus, and here minus is there, then now it is plus. And after that, in these two which is common? M1 is common. Then T is equals to M1 into G minus A. G minus A. What is the A value? This is the A value. Then again, I am writing T is equals to M1 into G minus, that is one, M1 minus M2 by M1 plus M2 into G. Clear? So from that, again I am writing here M1 into G minus M1 minus M2 by M1 plus M2 into G, which is common? G is common. That's already here. T is equals to M1 into G minus 1 minus M1 minus M2 by M1 plus M2. Now LCM, T is equals to M1G into M1 plus M2 minus of M1 minus M2 by M1 plus M2. Then T is equals to M1G into M1 plus M2 minus of plus minus, and minus of minus plus. m2 by m1 plus m2. So here now m1 cancel, then what do you get? T is equals to m1g into m2 means what? 2m2 by m1 plus m2. Then T is equals to 2m1 m2 by m1 plus m2 into g. So this is about the tension of the rope. So in this way we will find out the acceleration and tension of the Atwood machine. Generally Atwood machine is useful to explain the acceleration and tension and to explain the Newton's laws. Okay children, let us see briefly very fastly here. Atwood machine consists of two masses m1 and m2. Those are connected to the one rope and the rope should be passes over a frictionless pulley. Clear? And after that we have to assume that m1 is greater than m2. Then m1 is must be moves downwards and m2 should be goes up. Here you have to observe that both objects both bodies are connected to one rope. That's why they should be have one common acceleration, one tension. Clear? That's why here in this case the first one is moving downwards with an acceleration a, and they should be moving with acceleration a in upward directions. So clear? So for that we are individually drawing the free body diagram. Here now this is the first body of mass m1. Children look carefully. And this is the tension in upward direction and W is downward direction weight and the body is moving downwards. That's why here in this case weight is greater than the tension. That's why here we are adding net force is equals to W minus T. W minus T. So here W means what? Weight. W is equals to mg. Instead of m we have to write m1. First body mass is m1. That's why what we write m1g minus T is equals to equation number net force 1. Net force, that is equation number 1. And next thing is according to Newton's second law, what do you write? F is equals to ma. So according to that, this is the net force equation and this is also net force equation. That's why we have to equate this one, these two. That's what we get m1a is equals to m1g minus T, equation number 3. After that we are drawing the free diagram for second object. That should be having mass m2 and this is upward force tension and this is weight. Now the body is going up. That's what you have to say. T is greater than W. T is greater than W. That's why in this case net force is T minus W. W means mg, weight. So instead of m what you have to write? m2. That's why net force is T minus m2g. According to Newton's second law of motion, F is equals to m2a and we are equating these two. Sorry, yes, equating these two. Then what do you get? m2a is equals to T minus m2g. Now it is equation number 4. Now here we have to add 3 and 4. Then what do you get? T will be cancelled. Then we get equation here like this. m1 plus m2 into a is equals to m1 minus m2 into g. From that what we will get? A is equals to m1 minus m2 by m1 plus m2 into g. So this is the common acceleration of two bodies. Clear? By using that we have so many applications are there for competitive level. So we have so many problems there. We can see. And after that here now by substituting the a value we are getting, this is equation number 3. Now here we are substituting the equation number, this value in equation number 3, then we will get, so here we are adding now from equation number 3 what we get? This one. Then from that equation we will get T value is what? T into 2m1 m2 by m1 plus m2 into g. Simply from equation number 3 we are having T is equals to m1g minus m1a. Here m1 is common, then m1 into g minus a, then T is equals to m1 into g minus a. A value is this one. We are substituting this value there. Then what do you get? As T1 into m1g Here we substituted that what you get m1 into g minus this value into g is common, we are taking g is common, then what you get 1 minus m2 by m1 plus m2, and again we are doing LCM 1 into m1 plus m2 minus m1 minus m2, and after that we are applying minus there, then what you get m1 cancel, what you get m2 is there, we are adding m2 plus m2 2m2, then what you get t is equals to 2m1 m2 by m1 plus m2 into g. So children, this is the explanation about the net force and working of Atwood machine. So based on this very important topic, in problems, so much of important these two topics, children. I hope you understand this topic. If you can understand this topic, like and share and comment my video and subscribe my channel and press the bell icon to get the notifications. Children, my request is to share these videos to your friends, your classmates, to known people. They will also enjoy the physics. Bye children, we will meet in the next video with another topic. See you later. Bye.